Okay. He walks with you and tells some people to let you guys on to the city, and you're allowed to pass through the troops, and enter into the city. The city is like totally abandoned at this point. Like, okay, if you remember, Valesburg has like a center with a wall around it. That's the center city, and then you've got like the outer city, which is just kind of like a sprawling urban area. The urban area on the outside of the wall has been like completely abandoned. There's no people left in there that you can see. Some of the buildings are destroyed, some are still in place. So you can walk all the way up to the wall completely unmolested.
Well, thank God for that.
And then we get up to the wall and there's an army up on it?
No, like so the army from Palanthas is like they're in siege, so they're pretty far out. They're waiting, like they're out of bow shot. They're just kind of like sitting out there, starving out Valesburg. You get up towards the wall, and you see people like on the wall guarding, and they are like looking down at you, but they haven't attacked or anything. So you guys are approaching the wall now.
Vincent, you should definitely.
May
do
we
the noble
enter?
thing. Let us
Someone
in.
shouts down and says, "Who are you? And how the hell did you get up here?
I
You don't
am.
look like a soldier."
You're goddamn right, I do. I am Prince Vincent Longbourn, and these are my friends. We've come through the siege to hopefully discuss things out with Thor.
If you
We
guys
would like
put down
to-
your weapons, you can come in.
You guys are afraid of us with our weapons?
We're not letting enemy soldiers into our city. You surrender your weapons down at the gate, and if you're peaceful, we'll have them returned to you when you leave.
Guys, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm not leaving my sword anywhere.
I give him the finger and fucking start walking away.
Yeah, we're gonna just walk away.
All right, you guys start walking away, and after a little bit, he says, "Okay, hold on. Hold on. Just wait for a moment." And a few minutes later, the gate opens up just a little bit. It goes like, and someone pokes their head outside and says, "Come on in, guys."
Yay!
All right. So I'm gonna walk in then, I guess.
Okay,
I'll
you guys
follow.
walk on in.
And
Uh,
as we walk in, can I discuss with them something that I tried to say twice with my mic fucking up?
Go for it.
Guys, don't you remember that mercenary guy telling us about the goblins attack being solved by Istvan?
No.
No.
Pretty sure he said something about goblins, not just hill giants.
I think it was the hill giant and its ogres.
I think that was right.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Yeah.
I think the goblins were just up in the mountains doing the goblin thing.
Not sure. Alright.
So
If you guys don't remember.
we did fight some goblins, and then who was the girl that we saved?
I'm
She
sorry,
was,
I'm not thinking
Thor's
about
daughter.
goblins.
Right.
Thor's daughter.
So they captured Thor's daughter, and then he hired goblins, these same goblins that captured his daughter. Am I right in saying that?
Right. So the accusation is that Thor did these things, but it doesn't make much sense, right, with his daughter getting
Right.
abducted?
Yeah. I'm a little confused right now, so I'm just trying to make sense of this all.
It sounds like it wasn't him, but we've known about the political unrest in Palanthas for a while, and he's been worried about it, so I think we need to set it straight.
Right.
So let's go have a talk with him, find out what's going on, and then we'll try to iron things out by finding out what we can, and then going to Palanthas and seeing if we can't create peace.
So you guys walk in. There's like, as soon as you walk in the gate, there's like 30 guards, or soldiers, guards. They're kind of ambiguous at this point, like that are surrounding you. And then one guy on horseback kind of like nods and says, "Yeah, they're okay. Let him in."
Thank you very much. We just came from Fitchview, where there's been obviously severe unrest, but Palanthas is soon to be under attack, and we believe there to be a mistake
There's
here.
a loud uproaring as you say Palanthas will be under attack, like a cheer.
Calm down, gentlemen, calm down. War is not the answer. Now, we need to talk to Thor really quick to iron things out so we can go back and smooth out this whole ordeal and get some peace.
You get an escort of 10 guards to go to see Thor. Thor.
Okay, so we go see Thorar.
Okay. You guys, he's camped out in the, he's got his little area that he's in, and he's surrounded by military commanders, and they're all chatting and discussing things. And he sees you guys and says, "What are you doing here? How'd you get here?"
We are passing through, sir, but we believe that we could help solve this whole thing with you and Palanthas.
What do you mean?
They're accusing you of having hired goblins and orcs to do some evil deeds against their people.
Yes, but that they were the ones that hired the goblins and orcs to attack the cities to the north and east.
Well,
or west.
First of all, we believe that you're not guilty of this because your daughter was abducted, obviously. Second of all, we don't think Palanthas was guilty of this either. We just came from Fitchview. And Abigail, please, you're the one that thought this up. Can you tell them what we know?
Yeah, somebody told us that, what's his name? Istvan was the one who hired goblins.
Well, what she meant to say is that Esteban confessed to working with, not just somebody told us. We're operating off of highly, much more information than that. But we know that he is the one that has been sowing discontent with you guys. And he's dead now.
Wait, Istvan is dead?
Fallen
What
at
happened to
the
him?
hand of his own son. We had a court, accused him of these terrible things on behalf of Willowbrook, trying to bring him to justice, and his
starts
son
laughing.
murdered him.
He starts laughing almost uncontrollably. Like tears are coming to his eyes. He's laughing so hard. And then he
Why are
claps
you
you on the
laughing?
whole. He claps you guys on the shoulder and he starts hugging you individually. Kisses Jen, kisses Vincent. He even hugs Tutagub's waist.
I try to go in for
high
the
up as he
kiss.
can reach.
Seems to be so good for you, sir.
And he says, "Oh my God, thank you for telling me this. He has been a thorn in my side for longer than I can remember."
He's been a thorn in Thor's side for a long time.
No.
Sorry, I'm...
He had my. He looks at his generals and says, "Come with me, guys." And he walks away a little bit, and he starts whispering, "Real, I don't want to say anything in front of the others. It would make me look weak." But Istvan had captured my daughter, and yeah, we had a dinner with him, and at the end of it, he took her prisoner, gave her to some guards, and said that if I ever wanted to see her again, I would have to start, I would have to try and extend the reach of Valesburg. He made me try and start taxing Evenfar and Riverview. He pushed our sphere of influence out to Tarnwood, and even so far down as Drecknall.
Then how did we find her in possession of... or she was in the possession of goblins and orcs?
Yeah, I was fucking amazed that she was in possession of goblins and orcs too. But that's what I had heard. That's what he told
Alright.
me. He told me if I ever wanted to see her again, I'd have to do all that. And that's why when you brought her back, I was so relieved and amazed.
So now that Esteban is dead, can we have your word that you won't be taxing in trying to extend the reach of Valesburg and you'll go back to a
Oh,
peace?
totally. I'm content to stay here in Valesburg. I didn't want anything more, but my
Okay.
daughter's life or something else, so...
Am I missing anything here, guys, or should we go back to the Vale or the other guys? And
Should we get a sign something to say that?
yes, actually, if we could have a document that says you will relinquish the extension that you have put on these lands and we won't tax, then we can take that to him and offer peace.
Done.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Joyous day!
So he goes back to his
High
generals.
five.
He says, "Generals, I think our friends here have found a way to solve the war to everyone's happiness. I'll come back in an hour or two." And they protest, and he argues, and they go away eventually. He starts writing out a couple of letters. He gives one of them to you guys to read. He writes two more, seals them both, and says they're the exact duplicates. And the letter reads, "Valesburg capitulates and gives up any claim to Evenfar or cities to the south. Tarnwood as well will be released. We will relinquish all claims and will never seek to claim them again. In exchange for this, we wish that Palanthas would pull their army back and return home.
That would be lovely.
Works for me.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to grab that letter and say, Thor, we'll be right back. Please make sure we can gain entry into the city if we complete this task.
He nods and says, I'll tell everyone that to watch out for the group with the half-ogre that you guys are allowed
Okay. So we're going to make our way out there then to the camp.
Okay. So you guys make your way back out through the city, back out towards the army. And the general outside sees you coming, has you brought to his tent and says, well, I don't see Thor or Fletcher. What happened?
We have better news for you, sir.
Oh.
I hand him the letter and I just kind of outlined by saying Thor had his daughter abducted by Esteban and was blackmailed into doing some of these deeds. With Esteban dead and your city in peril, the true villain has been found and destroyed, and peace can be had now.
He reads it over, looks at you guys, reads it over again, reads it a third time and says, well, I think that might be it.
Awesome.
Well, I feel a little bit bad about ransacking part of their city so far, but
We all do
I'll
brash
declare this a
things.
victory. I'll wizard Skype with the people back home, and then we'll call it a day.
Very good. Glad we could help, sir.
Wow, you guys are really useful. What did you say your name was again? Prince Longborn?
Yes.
And the
Vincent
rest of you?
Abigail.
Bregor, the anorexic.
And your
That's
tall
Tugglebutt.
friend? Tugglebutt?
Yep,
Yes.
That's a strange name.
it is.
He wears pink boots.
I wasn't going to say anything. I have a son who wears pink boots.
Really? Interesting. All right. Well, I guess we're done here. Do you need us for
Yeah.
anything else, sir?
No,
Is
not
there
that I can
ferrets
see.
in your town?
Ferrets?
Yeah. That we can buy?
I don't know. I have
Oh.
servants do those sorts of things for me.
As you should, sir. As you
Alright.
should.
Thanks anyway.
Do we need to go tell them that you're leaving, or are you good? Are you just gonna
Well,
leave?
if everything checks out with the people back home, we should just pull out.
Okay. All right. Well then,
There's still that army coming though. Be careful about that.
I think that's where I kind of pull the party aside and be like, "Do you guys still want to head south and go help Palin, whatever else?"
It sounds like they've got under control, right?
It's true. It's true.
They should. They should.
Kind of nice running into their army outside Valesburg.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing left on the list is perhaps we deal with the dragon.
Yeah, we need to find
Or we
more
could go.
information on it.
Nah, let's not check up on Uncle Oris. I'm too nervous about Dalamar. I'm saying dragon.
You say check up on Uncle Oris?
Yeah, I liked him.
We stay away from Dalamar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Abigail.
that's what I'm saying.
We'll let the
That's
little
why.
children come to us with stories from with Dalamar. I don't
Let's
want.
go for the dragon.
I only talk to children when it's.
But not the
Dalamar.
British children.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I kind of turn to the general and say it was a pleasure helping you. Spread the good word and the good deeds. And if you have, well, never mind. You just have a good day. we're gonna go head south.
Vincent's walking a little bit gingerly, and he keeps looking at Abigail.
What?
It's just last time things went this well, you got abducted all shit and got taken away. So I'm a little bit curious as to what's actually going to happen here.
I don't know. I guess we're going for a dragon.
All right.
So you guys
Let's
want to
make-
head south to Evenfar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Think
suppose so. We've sown peace here. Yeah. It took about 15 minutes, but we worked it out. And
Peace was had in 15 minutes, man. Who knew it was
Yeah.
going to be this easy?
Easy peasy.
Well,
don't we
when
get
you
get, like,
don't try and murder
25,000
people,
experience for stopping a war, right? Like we can just call that
I mean
good.
that's a pretty big quest line right there. Well, you get some EXP for that.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right, yeah, let's go kill a dragon. We've got an hour
Let's
to
go
kill.
slay a beast.
Okay, so you guys it takes a couple days to get to Evenfar, and with the whole army behind you, you don't meet any people on the road whatsoever. Yeah, so I get there's no one on the road. No one stops you. You get to Evenfar. During the second day while you're walking, because it's a 2-day journey, you do hear like horrible shrieks coming from towards the swamp.
I look at
From
Breger and
Blackwater
say,
Swamp.
look, calm the fuck down, all right?
Alright.
We got to sleep first before we do anything.
Yeah, we should.
Let's get a
sleep
good
first.
night's sleep, and then we'll go in there and find the beast. Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Get a quick save in.
Exactly.
Okay, you guys eventually get to Evenfar.
All right.
All
What
right.
do you do when you
Alright.
get there?
First thing we always do is kind of go into the tavern,
Mm-hmm.
grab a table, and then ask the bartender what's been going on.
There's a bit of fucking war up in Valesburg, man. Have you heard about that shit?
Yeah, we just put a
We
stop
fixed
to
it.
it. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's no more.
You fixed the war?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
We
took-
restored peace on the lands.
you know, it was like a 5-minute job. We didn't ask anything. in
Nobody had to
reward.
die.
No one died.
Nobody died.
That's a good one, guys. Good one. Anyway, what's up? What do you guys want to know?
Yeah, so we came here hunting the menace that is being called a dragon here. Has there still been sightings or
The
you know,
smile
mis-
leaves his face and he goes, "Yeah, that dragon's been causing some problems. Yesterday he landed outside, just outside town, ate a couple of children, burned a building.
Were these
So you
children
saw-
carrying
someone's seen it.
messages, by the way?
Oh yeah, he fucking showed up yesterday,
Oh.
terrorized the shit out of our town.
And you've seen him. People have seen him.
Oh yeah, he's real.
How about how big is he?
How strong is he?
He's a fucking dragon, huh? What else strong
Does
do you
he
think
lift?
he is?
Abigail
Does
would like
he
to
lift?
bench press real quick.
Yeah.
It's an
Can you
Eight.
tell me
18.
the exact amount of damage he does?
He's about 35 feet long, plus double another one of those for his tail length.
What color?
Black,
A black dragon.
Okay.
breathing acid all over everything.
Well, that's
35 feet long, and he's got a gigantic tail as well.
35-foot long tail, 35-foot long body. 70-foot dragon.
Did anyone try to stop him?
No, it's a dragon. What do you expect?
We
You think this
Okay.
is Skyrim?
thank you very much. You've been very helpful. We and then I turn back to them. We can't touch that, right? Can't.
I don't think so, especially if it flies above us. There's only 2 of us that can attack. I,
Guys.
I think no.
Guys, I want to kill it.
You want to kill it?
Yeah.
How to kill a
Do
dragon?
spells work on dragons? Can we even do that?
You know, I've never fought a dragon before, so how the fuck should I know, Vincent? I think we should still... Look, if it goes bad, we can obviously try to run away. Like,
I don't think we can run away. I think once we're in, we're in. He's going to be faster than us, and he can spit acid, so
it's all good.
that'll likely corrode through our armors, possibly lose all our armor, maybe our weapons, maybe our lives.
I'm thinking we pass this one up for now. That's I'm feeling pretty strongly about that.
I think we should assemble people and take it down.
See, and now we know it's a good idea not to do that.
Oh, man. Well, if we don't do this, I mean, what's the plan, Vincent?
It's a good question, but I really do think that at this point in time, we just we die.
There's a couple of people also in the tavern, and they walk over and they say, "Hey, did I hear you guys say that you stopped the war?
Yes.
How'd you do it?"
Well, basically, they were being manipulated by an evil man in Fitchview, and once that
Yeah.
evil man was taken care of, the two other factions, excuse me, just needed to be told what was going on.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Have an apple juice.
What?
Barkeep, give this man a flogging of your greatest apple juice.
He looks at you, he's like, you know what? You had our last apple juice, dude.
I had the last apple juice?
They're out.
Damn it.
Well, yeah.
And the
it's like
dragon
middle of
took it,
winter.
Vincent.
Apples
Let's
are
go
kind of
slay
scarce.
these.
Next time, friend.
Oh, God.
Is there anything else we should do, though? It was
You guys want to go back to that red robe dude?
Hector
There was that guy
Yeah.
that tried to kill us at the very beginning. Yeah.
and his assassin
Ah,
Yeah.
the one-handed bitch. Yeah.
that was supposed to come back for us, but never did.
Did not come back.
I heard a rumor that Hector turned into a black dragon and is terrorizing this town.
Tugabutt, I promise you a dragon before our lives end, but let's not make that now. On both accounts.
Okay.
I think we need to muscle up before we take on a. If he was like, oh yeah, I saw the dragon. It's like 20 feet long, all said and told. I'd be like, yeah, let's go kill that.
So
bitch. But
a
it's-
difference of 10 feet is like death for you?
no. It's a difference of
Acid.
50 feet actually.
Wait, what?
It's a 70-foot long dragon.
I was told it was 30 feet.
It's 35 feet in body, 35 feet in tail. It's a 70.
So one of the guys you were talking to earlier is like, yeah, I saw that fucking beast. He was huge. He was like, he looks around. He's like, he was like the length of the bar, and then his tail was like this long, wicked tail, and it was like just as like a little bit longer. You guys look at the bar, and the bar is like 25 feet long.
Does he speak? Or does he just come in and spew acid everywhere?
Dude, he was like flying over. He like breathed acid all over these cows.
Is he saying like, watch out cows, I'm going to spew acid on you? Or is he just spewing
No,
acid?
he didn't talk to us.
Yes, the dragon was Eric.
Did he seem like he had a goal, or was just like doing random things?
He started eating. So he breathed acid all over this one building and the cows, and then he like just landed, ate the cows, and then the people inside the building took off. And as soon as he saw them fleeing, he ran them down and like gobbled them up. Ate the kids, the mom, the dad,
Huh.
Doesn't
ugly
seem
redheaded
like.
stepchild.
I'm just wondering if he was like sent or
Who sends a
commanded by
dragon?
someone. I don't know. He's a black dragon.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Wild idea. Let's go talk to Dalamar and see if he wants to help us with the dragon.
I think he's got
I'm just
plans with
spitballing
Boris.
right
Did you say talk to Dalamar about the dragon?
Why
you
did Dalamar?
Collecting
Sep-
bad ideas? No. I think a cool thing would be to backtrack to where Hector is, look into that, and once we're at a point where we can take on a dragon that's as big as this one, then we think about it. But right now, there's no way.
All right.
All right, let's go to Hector.
You
Easy
sold
peasy.
me. Let's go. Where was Hector again? He's back west, but
He was back in Solace. The way you came.
Where it all began.
I swear to God, if Hector's a dragon, Vincent, and we have to come back here, I mean,
You'll be thinner for it and thankful.
He was red, not black.
okay. All right, I guess, yeah, let's go back west. I don't want to stop by Willowbrook. Those people are getting really weird, though. We'll stop by there afterwards.
Okay, so you guys want to head all the way back to Solace now?
Yeah.
You guys are fucking traveling everywhere today.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're exploring.
you guys confirmed Solace?
Mhm.
Everyone in? I think we're
Yeah.
going in. And it's been an hour, so you want to take a break before we go to this journey? Come back
Yes,
for the
that'd be
final
great.
hour? Okay. So we'll take it's the last 3-minute break going into hour 4. When we come back, we will go back to where it all started, I guess. See you guys then.